Hi everyone. Just wanted to give you all like a little update on the pregnancy. So I am, let's just see, because my blood tests and like my period test have shown different, which is what happened with Micah's pregnancy. But today is the 24th of February and it says, I don't know if you can see that, 5 weeks and 5 days. I got my call yesterday from the doctor with my blood test results, and he's like, congratulations. They said all my levels look really good and I look really healthy and everything, so that's a plus. But he said that based off the bloods, it shows that I was like 4 to 5 weeks, and I got the blood test on Monday morning and it's now Thursday, so there's always like discrepancies and whatnot, like differences. So but he said, yeah, based off my period I would be 5 weeks and 5 days today, so almost like nearly halfway through to telling people. But yeah, he sent through my referral to the clinic, my ultrasound, and they gave me a call and we're booked in for the 14th of March. They're just so booked out. Yeah, booked in for the 14th of March. So according to my app, that'll be 8 weeks and 2 days. So he said he wanted me to get one between 7 and 8 weeks, but that's gonna be my dating scan. They'll be able to give me my actual due date and yeah, based off Bub's measurements and everything. That's kind of where we're at the moment. So what do I know? What did I say? It was 5 weeks and 5 days. Honestly, I have not really had any like severe symptoms yet, like a bit of nausea in the morning but no vomiting, and then I literally just take like my folic acid tablet and my ginger tablet, have something to eat for brekkie, and then like it all goes within like less than an hour. So I've been pretty lucky in that way. However, I am starting to get a bit of food aversions towards chicken, and that happened in my pregnancy with Micah as well. Like I just could not stand the smell of chicken, the sight of chicken. I hated cooking it. Like it just made me feel sick all the time. Like I wouldn't eat it. So that's kind of already started. Yeah, like nothing else really, like just a bit of fatigue, but then it's nothing that I haven't been going through like with Micah's sleep regression. So yeah, I've actually been feeling pretty good. By this time in my pregnancy with Micah, I think I'd already been into hospital once and had to be like put up on drips and that sort of stuff with HG, hyperemesis. So fingers crossed and touch wood that this pregnancy is a lot smoother, but it just, and I know that I'm only nearly 6 weeks pregnant, but it already feels like so different to Micah's. I don't know if it's because like my body probably hasn't gone back to what it was before pregnancy, so it's not like a big shock to the system that there's like a baby growing in there again. I think it might be a bit easier this time. Well, I'm freaking hoping, I'm praying, because I am scared to get sick again. I don't want it to be like it was with Micah. I don't know, that kind of makes me think, oh, like, is this going to be a girl? But so based off period date, I'll be due on the 23rd of October. So like I said, we were meant to be getting married on the 10th, but the universe has decided that we are to have another baby. We're not to get married yet. So we have set a new date for the wedding though, but we're obviously not telling people until Bub is announced. The wedding will now be in April 2023. So yeah, that's all I really got to update you. Probably won't give you all an update now until I go in for the ultrasound. So we'll see you when I'm 8 weeks. Hi. So I am currently 6 weeks pregnant today, and I don't know why, but I just put Micah down to sleep and I just had like an urge to watch my last pregnancy vlog series that I did. I'm up to like the part 3 one where I had like that massive breakdown, and you know, I was like struggling mentally and physically and everything, and it's just like, so I'm so glad that I did that series because it's so nice to sit back and reflect on it. It honestly wasn't like an easy journey at all, Micah's pregnancy. I'm just like sitting here and watching this, and I'm just like so like beyond grateful that I get to do this whole journey again, showing the journey of like my bump in the first and the second trimester. It's about to, and it just always just gets me so emotional. Like I've just been, ever since I found out I was pregnant, like I've been looking back on like all the photos of when Micah was born and videos and that sort of stuff, and Like, I just can't believe how much he's grown already. Like, he's 5 months old and it just has gone by so freaking quick. Like, if you're about to become a mum, you're gonna hear that a lot. Like, people say, like, treasure every moment because it just goes so quick and they don't stay little for long. And I always brushed it off. I was like, oh yeah, whatever. And then, like, now I'm at that stage where I'm like, oh my god, like, how did we, like, I feel like I just gave birth and now I've got a 5-month-old, and like, he's not a little baby anymore. Like, he's still a baby, but like, he's more like a little human now. Now you can actually like play with him, and you know, he interacts back, and yeah, he's just like a ball of fun, and his personality is just coming out, and he's just so cheeky, and like, he's exactly like his father. Like, he always just goes rah all the time. Like, it's just his thing at the moment. I just can't believe, like, this just feels like so long ago now, but then not at the same time. Like, I can't believe, like, it's 5 months later and I'm pregnant again and I'm having another baby. Like, I just feel very blessed. A bit emotional. I feel very lucky because I know a lot of people at the moment who are struggling to get pregnant and hold on to their babies, and I don't want to like make this out to be like I'm like gloating and whatnot, because both of my pregnancies we haven't been trying and haven't been planned, and people are just like, oh, you're just lucky. And like, honestly, I feel so lucky, but I also hurt for those people that have struggles, because I just know so many people that do have that with pregnancy, of, you know, getting pregnant and staying pregnant. Like, I just feel very lucky, and so watching this back is just getting me so emotional, because like, I really struggled last time, but I just feel like so honoured and so blessed to be able to be doing it again. Looks like we made it. Look how far we've come. We knew we'd get there someday. They said this video always makes me emotional. I actually always get emotional watching that video. It's so beautiful. I haven't spoken to you guys in a little while, but I'm just having a big bowl of lunch. What have I got? I've got rice, some steamed veg, lettuce, avocado, and lemon and cracked pepper tuna, and then some solo. I'm really loving the solo this pregnancy, and it's so weird because I've been wanting like healthy food. Like, if this was me in Micah's pregnancy, I would have been going to Macca's or something. Yeah, like with Micah's pregnancy, all I was wanting was vanilla Coke and picnics. That was my craving, like, the whole time. But yeah, this pregnancy is really weird, like, especially the first trimester, because with Micah's pregnancy, like, I couldn't like keep anything down, whether it was liquid or food, and I was just really off food, and I was just eating like really like bland plain things. Like, I was eating peanut butter and toast a lot, and just like pasta with like no sauce or anything, like just plain pasta and all that. But yeah, this pregnancy, like, I've been making like huge salads and like lunches like this, and I've been loving like salad rolls, and yeah, I don't know, it's very different. But I might even do a video. I might just do like the differences between first and second pregnancy, first trimester, which will obviously go up after you guys see this video. I haven't spoken to you guys in a little while, and I wanted to just share some things My morning sickness has definitely started to kick in, and it's only just started like in the last week. Like I was feeling constantly nauseous throughout the day up until about like 2 o'clock, and then I'd be fine the rest of the day. But now I'm starting to vomit, and I do like anywhere from 1 to 5 vomits of a morning time, and that's kind of been going on like every day for the past week. Yeah, so it's definitely starting to kick in, and although it is yuck, it is like reassuring that, you know, it's my baby is growing and it's healthy. And I went and had a dating scan on Monday, and it was a very different experience to my dating scan with Micah. Like my dating scan with Micah, don't get me wrong, like I was so nervous because I was like, oh my god, is there going to be a heartbeat? And I was again with this one. I just have that fear in me. I don't know, it's something about ultrasounds, it just gives me like really bad anxiety going into them. But with this ultrasound, like there wasn't this place, like it was so nice, and I was like, oh my god, I'm going to go in and this is going to be such a like luxurious experience. But when I was actually in the room, it was just like a bed and the little like computer thing that the technician has, and I couldn't even see on a screen or anything, so like I had no idea what she was looking at, and she wasn't really saying much, and it wasn't like helping my anxiousness, if that makes sense. So yeah, it was definitely a weird experience not being able to see as she was moving the camera over. Whereas with Micah's, like I got to see everything. They were telling me what they were looking at. And anyway, they did my dating scan, and at the time, based on my last missed period, I would have been 8 weeks in 1 day, but they put me back to 7 weeks in 3 days. So today I am 7 weeks and 6 days. I'm just looking at my app. So I'm 7 weeks and 6 days, so I'm 8 weeks tomorrow. And that's what happened with Micah as well. I went back nearly a week as well with him at the dating scans. One thing that the technician here did tell me that was really interesting was that she could see which ovary ovulated, which side the baby went in. So she's like, oh, your left ovary is the one that ovulated and the baby's being made in. And I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. I never got told that with my first pregnancy, but haven't heard anything from my doctor. But I booked myself an appointment with him on Monday anyway, just because I need to get a new script for my anti-nausea tablets. So I'm on ondansetron again, and it seems to be helping pretty much. Like it doesn't get rid of the nausea straight away, but I take it once I've done a few vomits, and after I have that I tend to not vomit again, so it definitely helps with the vomiting, but the nausea's still there, and it kind of lasts like all day pretty much. But that's just the joys of first trimester. Hopefully we'll get through soon. It's just crazy. I'm only 8 weeks tomorrow, and I already look like I'm how many weeks was that when I showed with Micah? I think I didn't start to show till I was like 16 or 17 weeks with Micah, and well, what would have been 6 weeks I started showing already. So like I look like I'm about nearly halfway. But my body hasn't gone back to normal, so and everyone says you tend to show a lot earlier after your first, like in progressive pregnancy, that you tend to show a bit earlier each time. So it's going to be very hard to hide it. We have Micah's naming ceremony next weekend. I've got lots of family and friends and stuff coming, and yeah, I'm going to have to wear some really loose clothes. But we went and did a family photo shoot last night. So when we were planning on having the wedding in Albury, I actually booked this photographer, and I just couldn't get my deposit back once we changed it to the Gold Coast. So we decided that we would just do a family photo shoot, and my idea of it was that I was going to take one of the photos and use it for what we're going to be doing for our wedding favours. But now it's going to be like a pregnancy announcement, so we've got like really nice like family photos and everything, and then there's a couple in there as well that are announcing the pregnancy, so we're just going to use one of those photos to announce the pregnancy. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm up to at the moment. So 8 weeks tomorrow. I'll eat my lunch before it goes cold, before Micah wakes up, because he'll be needing lunch ASAP, because surprisingly doing very well with sleep, which is very unusual. But anyway, that's it, and I will talk to you whenever I have an update next time. Quite a bit has happened. Let me just have a mouthful. I'm very hungry. I think I'm 10 weeks and 4 days, but I'll just check. 10 weeks and 5 days. So nearly 11 weeks. That is crazy. Yeah, so I'm 10 weeks and 5 days, and lots has happened. After I had my big blood test, my doctor come in and said he needs, my doctor called me, and he said that he needed me to come into the clinic ASAP. And I've never been called back after a blood test, so I was very, like, extremely nervous. I was shitting myself. I thought, oh my god, something's wrong with the baby, or yeah, I was very, very nervous. But I went in the next morning and I took Jade with me because I was like really scared and I needed some moral support. Pretty much my results come back from my blood tests that I'm now a high risk pregnancy. So I was told this at 9 weeks that I'm high risk pregnancy. So my results showed that I had vitamin D and iron deficiency. Iron deficiency was a lot worse than vitamin D, or is, sorry. And I've also got hyperthyroidism. So yeah, I've got those 3 things, and that puts me in a high risk pregnancy category, and I now have to go and see a specialist instead of my GP. I was obviously like a bit shocked at that, because although I have been nauseous quite often and I have been spewing like every morning and that sort of stuff for the past couple of weeks, this pregnancy is already like so much better than Micah's, and I thought, oh my god, like thank goodness, maybe I've just had like my worst experience up first. So to be told so early on that I am going to be a high risk pregnancy was a bit deflating. I was pretty down in the dumps about that for a little bit. But yeah, and my specialist, I couldn't get in for 4 weeks, so I'm not going in to see her until the 28th of April, and I'll be 14 weeks then. Also, it's not cheap. The specialist, I've been told, it's going to be costing me $300 each time I go and see her. That all happened. Kind of got through that, and that weekend we had Micah's naming ceremony, which is like a non-religious version of christening, pretty much. Yeah, it was a really, really special day, and we told those people in attendance that we were pregnant. Yeah, that was a really nice day and a really nice weekend, actually. The week after that, I actually had a fall. On the Tuesday night, there was water in the bathroom, on the bathroom floor, and I was taking Micah in to bath him. So I had Micah in my arms and I've slipped on the water. I came down and like I crashed here. It was like just under my ribs, thank god, because I would have killed if it was on my ribs. And we've got like bricks around our bath, so yeah. But after that I was getting quite a lot of pain in my tummy and I was quite nervous, and I got them all that night and they still continued the next day. So I went into hospital just for a bit of a checkup and monitoring, and I got an ultrasound, and turns out everything was fine. I've just got a little bit of an infection at the moment, so that's fun. It's still here, which is great. We don't have our 12-week ultrasound, so actually literally 2 days ago I went and got my blood test for the Down syndrome. There is a massive wait here on ultrasounds as well, so I couldn't get in for my 12-week scan. I'm having to wait until in 13 weeks and 1 day or something to get in. I'll have that on Friday the 22nd, and then the week after, Friday the 28th, will be my specialist appointment. So we probably won't announce until after that ultrasound or even after my specialist appointment. I have found that, you know, like I'm just extremely exhausted. I'm like constantly getting headaches, and like even over night time I'm getting like a bit of pregnancy insomnia, I guess. I'm already like struggling to like sleep. Other than that, and like being tired and having no energy, like really bad fatigue, that's all that's really going on with me symptoms wise at the moment. I've had a few breakouts and that sort of stuff, acne, but yeah, that's all I've really got to report in regards to symptoms. So I'll show you. Actually, I don't really have a bump. I just look really bloated, and I was just like looking back at photos of Micah's pregnancy when I was like at this stage, and I was still like flat stomached and everything, but because of my C-section scar, like my tummy like folds over like that anyway and then goes down past my scar. So it kind of looks like I am a little bit, but I'm also just really bloated. So I'll just give you a quick show of what my tummy looks like at, what was that, 10 weeks and 5 days, nearly 11 weeks. Yeah, so yeah, there's like a big bloat, and then that's, oh, I don't know if you can see that, I'll hold back a bit. That's where my C-section scar is, but that's where we're at. Hi, so it's actually like current Georgie in the present time,
because I realised that I hadn't filmed anything in regards to my ultrasound and my specialist. Excuse my voice, I'm currently recovering from COVID, which you'll see in a future video. I just wanted to share with you my experience with my ultrasound and also with my specialist. So let me just get up the ultrasound. So the 2nd of May I went in, and Jade and Micah actually got to come to this one. It was a pretty good experience. I just have issues with the place that I was getting the x-rays done at, because like I was having to follow them up for a week to 2 weeks after to be able to just get my images. They just were not sending them to my email. That was both scans. That was my dating scan and also my 12-week scan. So I think I told you guys that I had to, like, just with the timing of everything, I couldn't, and like the overload of bookings at the moment, I couldn't get in until I was 13 weeks and 1 day. Here is a little photo of one of the images that I got from the scan. There's another one with the little legs curled up. Yeah, everything is going well with Barb at this stage. We have all really good measurements. Barb was measuring a week and a couple of days ahead, which is what happened with Micah as well. So Barb was measuring 9 days ahead, really strong heart rate. So this was the nuchal translucency scan, which tests for gene defects and Down syndrome and that sort of stuff. And all the results from this come back that Barb was low risk and that there was a nasal bone present and stuff. So that is really good. And then a couple of days later, I went to my first specialist appointment, and this was a bit of a wild experience. So I travelled all the way over to Wodonga. Like I said, it's like a 25-30 minute drive from our house. No one had told me this at the time. Like, they claimed that they sent me a message and I never got a message from them. I'd only got like the reminder call and they hadn't said anything about this. But I walked in with Micah because it's like 2 o'clock on a Thursday afternoon. I had no one to be able to look after him. I wasn't aware of this anyway, but I walked in there and literally the receptionist ran from the desk to me at the door because she saw me walking in with a pram and told me I needed to wait outside, that there was no children allowed in the obstetrician office. And I'm like, what? Like, isn't this a place for pregnancy? Why is there no kids allowed? And I was really shocked, but she like ushered me outside. I had to wait outside with Micah, and it was like nearly his sleep time anyway, so he was getting really antsy, and yeah, it was crazy. Anyway, they're like, yep, just wait out here. I'll just have to touch base with your specialist and just see what we're gonna do. And I was like, what do you mean what we're gonna do? Like, I'm coming here for an appointment. She's like, yeah, well, we have like a strict policy that no children are allowed, so unfortunately you're not going to be allowed in the building. And I was like, well, do I just go home? Like, I was getting so angry, like I was about to see red. I put Micah in the car. He'd done a poo anyway, so I was changing him in the boot. I'd put him in the car and I was like, you know what, fuck this, like I'm just gonna go home. I was just so angry. And then she initially told me that she was gonna come out to me and tell me what was gonna happen. She didn't even come out to me then. She called me, the receptionist, on my phone, and she was just like, yeah, look, we're just gonna have to do a telehealth appointment, but you're not allowed to go anywhere. And I was like, what, so I can't drive home? And she's like, no, because the specialist will still need to come out and get a signature and payment, and I has to do a few tests and stuff. And I'm like, well, why can't I just come in? She's coming out to me with my child anyway. Anyway, it was this big debacle. I wasn't allowed in. I literally had to sit in my car with my mask on while I was on the phone to my specialist, and then she come out and I had to step on scales. I had to get my blood pressure taken and all these other little tests and stuff while Mike is screaming in the car because he's sitting in his car seat and we're not going anywhere. Anyway, it was a whole ordeal, just ridiculous that I still had to pay $300 for that. Like, I was so angry. I have a really like a sour taste in my mouth about the whole experience here in the hospital and everything already. I'm just not looking forward to all my appointments over there and giving birth and all that sort of stuff. Like, I just have a really bad taste in my mouth and just not looking forward to any of them. Like, I don't even want to go back. Yeah, that kind of led me up to the 13-week mark, so that's first trimester done. So I will end this video here. I will chat to you about some similarities between first trimester with Micah's pregnancy compared to this pregnancy, and then we'll get up to date with second trimester. So thank you for watching this video, and I'm gonna love you and leave you. I hope you have a great day or night whenever you're watching this video, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.